everyone, welcome to Crafting Kindness today. I am going to be doing today a pour that was part of a 5-pour challenge with my a few of my friends, crafting friends, Robert and Genevieve and Miss Joanna. So hello my friends. And the challenge was to do 5 different pours, but using essentially the same products. And so I'm not going to feature all of them on my channel, but this one I absolutely love and got some great feedback on from my friends. So I'm going to post a video, and this is going to be a metallic DaLi Dot technique, which is by Resin Art by Lilian, and I will link her channel and her course below so you can purchase that if you desire. I'm using today the ResinPro Transparent Resin, which if you watched my video before, is a resin that I actually ordered from the ResinPro office in UK because it's not available here in the US directly. And it is a lower to kind of medium viscosity resin. It's definitely not the lowest viscosity resin that I use, but it is in between the iCrystal and the Art Pro that I can get here in the US. So I wanted to see how this worked with this technique because I haven't really been able to get this technique very consistently with the Art Pro or a very low viscosity resin like iCrystal or liquid diamonds. So I'm going to try the transparent and see how that works. My guess is if it's too thin of a viscosity that it won't look exactly like Lilian's technique, but hopefully it'll still turn out really pretty. So that's my hope. So I'm going to be using today the Liquitex acrylic inks, and then I used my Bloom white pigment paste from Pouring Your Heart Out. And then this technique has a very thin circle of a lighter color that's mixed with the Enoki resin ink from Octopus Fluids. And so this is what I'm mixing up here today, or right now for the matter. And it really provides, it'll be put on the outside edge, and it provides a really pretty accent kind of ring on the outside layer of the piece, which is really great. And the other thing that this technique provides on kind of the outer layer that moves into the center is a mica ring. So I am going to mix that up next. And I'm going to be using the Okinawa Sunset Mica candy from EyeCandy Pigments. And this has definitely become one of my favorite micas because I love the color shift with the oranges and the pinks. And going back to the pour challenge, my colors I chose are something just a little different than what I normally would do. I wanted an actual challenge. And so the colors that I've been choosing are bright orange from Liquitex and turquoise from Liquitex. And you know, as I've been working on my challenges, I've been trying to be real purposeful about the way I'm pouring because orange and blue together could make a really not so pretty brown. So this technique has several different layers, and I think it'll be really pretty. So the first thing that we do here is just pour our first color into the middle and let it kind of seep out. And then we're going to take our mica color and pour it right along the edges. Some people pour on the top of the edge and let it drip down. I prefer to have it right along that edge of my turquoise color, and so I pour it right along the edges of the mold against my first color. And then what you're going to see a lot of in this technique is dots, 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 and more dots. So here, this first layer of dots, you start at the inside of your mica color. And you go all the way from the outside edge of your first color, which is my teal, and move all the way inwards. And then after this first layer of dots, I'm going to grab that Enoki color, that light color, and pour it in a ring over the top of my metallic. You can tell here it's not very much resin, it's a very thin circle. And again, it adds a really nice contrasting edge to your piece. And then there is a small clear push that goes into the center. And next, the dots are coming back. So you're going to do another layer of dots right within where that clear push was. And this is going to go all the way to the center. And when I'm done with this layer of dots, I'm going to start dotting from the very outside edge. You leave the outside edge alone for just a little bit after you pour that ring, just so it kind of blends in with the rest of the resin and coloring out there, which you can see that it's done. So you're going to put probably 2 or 3 layers or rows of dots out here on the outside edge. And I am going to choose to actually bring it right in close to where my inner circles of dots are. So I think I'm going to end up with about 4 rows and in some spots 5, because as you can tell, I'm not going in just perfect circles there. So I added a few more. And then when you're done with that, you just simply go in and put one more final row of dots on the outside edge where it's kind of moved in. And then I have my tinted clear push for the end that I'm going to dump in there. And then the last couple rows of dots. So these dots are going to just go in that orange area that I just poured. So your last kind of spot. And the difficulties that I've been having with this design is it not kind of closing in or not filling in all the petals with the dots. And so I went in and, as you can see here, added 2 more rows of dots here, or 1.5 more rows of dots here to kind of push it in. And another time when I've done this, my dots in the centers has gotten squished. So that's why I left that center part open. So we're going to kind of watch it move. You will see that in my time lapse that's going to start, I ended up suctioning out about 10 milliliters out of the center. There it goes. Because it wasn't even closing in since I left that center open. So I went ahead and sectioned out 10 milliliters, and that was that. So here we are already at demolding. And I'm absolutely loving the bigger cells at the edge. That's not typical of the metallic DaLi Dot. So I'm expecting it not to look quite the same. Oh, wow. Oh, you guys. The blending of these colors is perfection. That is so awesome. Oh, yay. I'm so excited for this. I've lost my Okinawa sunset. There's a little hint of some of that on that edge in those crevices of this Cascade mold of pouring your heart out. You can see that little pinkish tinge there, which is that Okinawa sunset mica. But otherwise the veining in here is beautiful from that Cascade mold, and the blending of the colors is really quite beautiful. This was my last piece in the 5-pour challenge, and it's definitely my favorite. So I hope you enjoyed today, and if you've got some ideas for any challenges for me, I'd love to take them on. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Take care.